Look how friendly he looks.
Aww.
I am beautiful, no matter what they say.
Don't worry, girl. There's absolutely no flaws on you at all. Girl power. Wait, what?
Anti-aging quick tips from your local 33-year-old if you don't want to look like a leather bag. Have you ever noticed that people in the blue zone don't age?
Do you not want to get old?
Come with me to get lip filler. Yay.
I'm telling you, this transform your skin.
One of the more common signs of age is skin wrinkling. We see that someone is super wrinkly and we just know they've been through it.
I think I found the fountain of youth. Come with me to get 3 to 4 syringes stuffed in my face.
Can't even look at you. You make me sick. You have under eye bags. You just look old. So many lines on your face. I know. Oh, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Choose your destiny.
Oh, get out of here. Okay, Jesus. Dang it. I know. Dr. Kip, I need another surgery.
2 hours later.
You finally awakened.
Are my wrinkles gone?
Oh, yes. All of them are gone. All of them!
Ooh, actually, I think I need a little bit more on my cheeks.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
This video is sponsored by me. All I want is for you guys to hit the subscribe button to get me to my goal of 1 million subscribers. I can't believe we are almost there. Slide in a thumbs up and leave me a comment saying,
You are not leaving this tower ever!
to help me with the algorithm. These videos do take me forever to film and edit, and I would love just for more people to see them and laugh along with me. I have to say thank you though to all who got me to my first goal. Oh my god, you guys are amazing at hitting buttons. Thank you so much. Now on to the featured presentation. Youth. People are always just chasing it through working out, cool, hip clothes.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
Cream, lotion.
Skin feels so plump and like glass.
Watch what happens to our fine lines on our forehead. The Blue Lagoon Silica Magna.
I'm gonna look 30 at the end of this.
Don't buy this.
Get rid of fine lines and wrinkles and make them keep that youthful complexion.
Don't buy this.
Owe it all to this.
Extra oil and the taping.
But mostly getting sliced, tucked, nipped, filled, and injected. Facial injectables sales have skyrocketed among Millennial and Gen Z specifically, and some blame the rise of social media and the high percentage of scrolling through the phone, where we are very much exposed to celebrities and their perfect young skin and their perfect beautiful bodies, their beautiful, unlined, pristine faces. A lot of celebrities just never seem to age like the rest of us.
Here's my list of celebs who don't age. It's the obvious vampire for real. Like, at this point, we all know your secret.
And many are saying this is making Millennials and Gen Z more likely to dabble into the art of striving for the perfect, aesthetically pleasing face and body through multiple procedures. And it seems people are getting nipped, tucked, sliced, and filled younger and younger.
So the first thing I ever did to myself, I actually started really young, guys. I used a fake ID at the age of 16 to get lip filler. Guys, what's crack-a-lackin'? It's me, Adio, and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
But in contrast, it's making them look older and downright ugly, as some would say. Aging is something no one can escape from unless you snuck into the royal kingdom, stole their daughter, and taking advantage of her powers to keep you young.
That gone.
And death is something many fear, but the second life event that people seem to fear almost the same as looking crusty, old, and wrinkly. And ironically saying, the young is looking old and the old is looking young. That's right, we have to talk about the great age war between Millennials and Gen Z. Now, to me, there's nothing wrong with looking old, especially because when I was younger, I looked a lot older. I've always been very expressive, plus I never took care of my skin, so I looked a lot older back in the day. And then, of course, mixing that with not knowing how the hell to do my makeup, it's aged me a lot. People would make fun of me, and I don't think there's anything wrong with looking older. Some of us just need time to figure it out. Thank you, YouTube, for teaching me some things. With all that being said, I would just think with the amount of money that people are putting into all of these procedures, I would think that you would want to look, well, not like that. So there is this battle going on. No, a war, if you will, between millennials and Gen Zers. That millennials look so young and Gen Z be aging like stanky, nasty, old, thick milk.
Guys, why does Gen Z look so much older than their age?
Millennials look so youthful.
You guys, I have so intentionally stayed out of the like, do Gen Z look older, millennial look young debate because like, as a Gen Z, I know that millennials look young. They do.
And Gen Z be looking, well, rough.
Somebody recently told me that they thought I was 36 years old.
Please do not ask me how old I think you are, darling. Please don't ask me that.
I'm not 36. Do I look 36?
Well, you look a little tired of everything, which is understandable. I get like that too. There's this trend of people, especially on TikTok, asking, how old do you think I look? And then being extremely shocked that people on the internet give them this outstanding and outlandish number.
I thought she was early 30s. I am 23.
This girl, she was all over the place on my timeline. People were like, girl, no, you are not Gen Z. You are at least a boomer. You guys, guess how old she is? I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
24.
You got it, SpongeBob. And Patrick, I didn't forget about you. He's 24, and people were very critical of her having wrinkles.
I'm old!
And she gave an explanation of why she looks so much older, and she said it's simply because she has children. And the internet literally took their hand, whispered it this way, backhanded her, and said, absolutely not. You're just lazy. Bruh, my wife is pregnant with our 2nd child, and our first has autism. You just got problems, girl, and it ain't your kid. Well, how do you know? What if the problem is actually the child? What if she doesn't have such a supporting, loving husband that has time to say these things on the internet?
Zachary.
What if she wasn't able to steal a child that has magical hair, and when she sings and brushes it, it gives her youth?
Mother knows best.
What if she's decomposing right before our very eyes and you're being rude about it? Zachary, do you understand that kids can bring the stress? Johnny says she looks young for 53. Don't worry, men get critiqued on this too. Let's not turn this into a gender war. Remember, stay on topic. It is an age war between millennials and Gen Zers. Apparently, I think we're supposed to hate each other now. I'm not too sure.
Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
It is mainly because of the stress. Come here. We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't
How old do you think that this man is?
48, 41.
Wrong. He's 26. 8 years younger than me.
When my mom and I walk out in public, people think that my mom is my younger sister.
So I wasn't really into this great age war happening on TikTok between millennials and Gen Zers. Many Gen Zers will say, what are you talking about? I look my age.
I'm 23. In my opinion, I look like what a 23-year-old would look like.
And others are saying, nope, they're right. We look very old and gross.
25. I'm not even gonna pretend like I look like what a 25-year-old should look like.
So I wasn't really getting into this one because I was an older looking millennial. Some people just look older. I came out of the womb literally tired of your guys' shit, and 80% of the time I was fatigued. Thank you so much, PCOS, along with the not knowing how to do my makeup and not taking care of my skin. And I've always just kind of had a more mature look. At least that's what I would tell myself. And secondly, why I wasn't really into this was because whenever I got into the real world, Gen Z looks like Gen Z to me. They look younger than me.
Wow. We got a baby.
But then Jordan, the stallion, who I didn't even follow him. I just know who he is. He's the guy that holds his phone up and looks in the mirror and talks to it.
Hey guys, quick reminder. Come here. It's not Christmas yet. It is not the Christmas season. Does that make sense? Give Mariah Carey another 3 weeks off.
Never. To hell with you, sir. Everyone knows that we have to soak up as much Halloween, Christmas, not Thanksgiving, as much as possible because it's the best time of year. Anyway, back on topic. When I saw his video, I was like, oh, I definitely just thought he was a 40-year-old man with multiple children, stressing him out.
Right. When I tell people, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my family, they think I'm talking about my children.
See, and it's not just me. He just gave off dad with a phone type vibe.
I don't have kids, right? I'm talking about my parents. I'm still the child.
So after that, I got really interested. Are Gen Z really looking older, and why? And it turns out they are, and mostly because of what Jordan said. Stress. Young adults aged between 18 and 24 were more likely to suffer from moderate to severe stress, depression, and anxiety symptoms. According to many health experts, stress, chronic stress, and mental health can age us very rapidly.
You might not realize it, but chronic stress is not only wreaking havoc as a breeding ground for disease in your body, but it's making us all look like and causing premature aging.
Maybe that's why I had so many lines back in the day too, because I was stressed out of my freaking mind all the time. I think me and my other millennial friends were talking about this, where your parents just would tell you certain things and you would think that you were gonna die at any moment in time. Turning the car light on in the car, you're gonna die.
No, I dropped my Game Boy. It's too hard to see. If only I can just reach up and turn on the light. Turn that light off. He's trying to kill us.
It actually cracks me up whenever a woman goes viral on TikTok and says some man approached her and she's like upset and shaking and she thinks she's gonna die. And people are like, what a crazy woman. Women are weird. When in reality, when we were younger, that's pretty much what my parents, especially my dad, told me, that if men approach you, they will hurt you. You need to fear them.
You see that boy over there?
Timmy?
Yeah. Timmy. All he's gonna do is take stuff from you. Take.
He did ask for some of my Skittles.
Boys are evil, Michelle. All of them. Every single one will want to hurt you.
So anyway, I just think it's very interesting. That's probably why I was so anxious all the time when I was young. And still anxious till this day. I just have to control it. I don't want to rapidly age. I want to age the way that I age. Stress causes the body to release hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which help you cope with challenges, but cortisol can block collagen, and collagen is the fountain of youth and contributes to the appearance of plump, dewy, unlined, vibrant skin. Sheen, sheen, sparkle, sparkle.
Cortisol, for our listeners, is a hormone that your body secretes when there is any threat to your body. It's very normal. If a lion is chasing you, if a bear is chasing you, your body secretes cortisol. It increases your blood pressure, increases your heart rate, open up your lungs, and then you can run very fast. You can run away from that bear. However, if you secrete cortisol because of a stressful relationship, because of a stressful job, because you're seeing your news feed on your phone, that continue to be secreted and you don't have an end spot. You just continue to secrete that stress hormone and then it becomes harmful to your body on the long run and it literally ages your body.
Real though, I would have panic attacks all the time when I was younger.
Is it hot in here, Mrs. Bob?
And I'm going to blame my parents for all of it. I'll never let this go. I think not letting things go also stresses you out too. But am I gonna do it? Nope.
So trauma makes me older.
An example would be if you took two identical twins at birth and one of them is able to live in pretty good circumstances and free of trauma and has a pretty good life going, and the other person lives in a way that has privation and a lot of trauma. Maybe you find two people who are not the same age anymore.
So why are Gen Zers so stressed? You guys are not gonna like this one because those boomers, they were kind of right about this. When they're saying you need to put that phone away and go take a walk, enjoy the sun. Well, scrolling through your phone, being on social media, and the younger you are, the more you're going to be stressed out looking at girlies like Kylie Jenner, or even worse, Northwest, who already is a millionaire and had so many more opportunities and cooler toys than you.
Soldier Boy tough.
And then you're gonna start comparing your life and your looks to those people who have more than you. You're gonna start thinking that those people who you don't even know are better than you. And you're gonna get stressed out. The constant intake of information can reduce your focus and lead to anxiety and stress. Seeing others on social media appearing to be living a better lives than you can lead to fear of missing out, which can cause anxiety and stress. Not only that, but I found it interesting that it can shift your brain.
It's continually pressing on your nucleus accumbens that produces dopamine. Continually pressing on the pleasure centers in your brain. But the problem with that is the more you press on them, they begin to become numb. And you need more and more excitement, more and more stimulation in order to feel anything at all.
When I tell you guys, hey guys, make sure to subscribe because scrolling really increases your anxiety and can melt your brain, and let me do that for you. You thought I was doing it for myself? No, I'm trying to help you. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button so I can break down all the parts of social media on here in a 20 to 30 minute video, and you aren't on your phone for 5 hours like the average American.
This generation that have grown up 11 hours a day on a screen or social media, up to 11 hours a day, according to some studies.
I'm not selfish.
I am such a good person.
That's right. Mama's a good person, huh? Scrolling and being on social media can shrink parts of your brain and can affect your neuroplasticity, which honestly should stress you out.
Well, when you allow that in your brain, the screen time, 3.5 hours. If you're on for 3.5 hours a day, you have an increased risk of anxiety, depression, addiction, obesity, ADHD. And our society's on way more than that. And you go, so why are we having this epidemic of teenage suicide and mental health problems, especially in teenage girls? Social media.
And to be real right here, I know I told you guys like, oh, let me scroll for hours for you guys. I don't scroll for hours. I have a limited amount of time that I can be on social media scroll-wise because I treat it as a job. Like I give myself an hour, I find a topic, I do the research from scrolling, and then I just take it to the internet, write what I need to do for my topics and leave it at that. This right here is where I can do my scrolling. I was averaging 9 hours a day scrolling. Like what, how? Honestly, it kind of pissed me off. There's nothing more that makes me angry than wasting time and it not benefiting me at all. So I challenged myself. I said you can scroll as much as you want if you do it on the treadmill. My steps were up and my screen time instantly went down. Because I did notice as I was scrolling a lot, because I do YouTube now, my anxiety was just going through the roof for some reason. I'm very sensitive to death and it felt like whenever I got on the internet, somebody died. Somebody got ran over by a car. Somebody, committed something.
My job is to protect her from the scary stuff she can't see. I plan for the future.
And I was just so aggressively anxious all the time, just scrolling. And I think Facebook, Instagram, TikTok seems to think that I love stories like that. So I was just noticing my anxiety was going up very, very high. So just something to watch out for, especially because the generation that is focused heavily on social media is Gen Z.
Embarrassingly, I spend probably like 6 hours average a day on my phone.
And it's kind of like atrocious. Some days it's like 11 hours.
And Gen Z's fixation on keeping up with the new age Joneses is having a huge impact on their mental health, which is leading to aging rapidly.
Gen Z, you gotta get y'all some health insurance.
So what do people do when they want to try to keep up and try and be like the celebrities and preserve their youth, even though they are still youthful right now? That's right. Get sliced, nipped, tucked, and filled.
I have all of these bumps that are just not going away.
Did you know that filler can actually make you look older?
This is such a great example of why I'm not getting filler anymore. Something's still under there.
Fillers are used to make yourself look more youthful, fill out lines and wrinkles, and make you just look rejuvenated and ready for those 8-hour days. What they're finding out though now is that people are getting into fillers younger and younger and younger, and it's making them look older and older and older. Sean Nono would go viral because she is a huge filler and Botox advocate. She has a whole playlist for cosmetic procedures where she says, if you see this is your sign to get those fillers.
Okay, on today's episode on what the fuck Shauna do to her face, I just came back from a filler appointment.
And then right after that video, she said, if you're thinking of doing it, do it. #filler.
Okay, so I literally just got cheek and chin filler. I have never looked so good.
So she would end up going absolutely viral because people thought that she looked great and youthful because they thought she was 45 years old. And she's actually 22.
Respectfully, you look like you're pushing 45. Stop getting filler or Botox, whatever you have. It looks so bad. 45?
It does give rich housewife look. You know the look. You're so rich and you kind of have nothing else to do except make yourself look as young as possible to try and please your not very present or involved husband so he doesn't cheat on you with his secretary. To put it in perspective, the episode of Crumbl where she doesn't marry the fat poor bunny man and instead she meets the rich manipulative rainbow cloud guy.
Have you lost weight? Your head looks bigger. What?
And then she ends up marrying him.
You look better with the veil on.
Quickly becomes insecure, but she lives in this really huge and nice mansion, doesn't have to work with tons of filler and plastic surgery, trying to gain acceptance from a man that will never accept her.
How do you like the sushi? It took me hours.
It's cold.
That's the rich housewife look. I saw it a lot when I was a personal trainer with women whose husbands had a lot of money.
Is that hot enough for you? Is it?
And that's how they all ended up. Except Gumball's mom was in her 40s. A lot of the Gen Zers who are overly getting fillers are in their early 20s because they want to prevent wrinkles. And this is what they call preventative Botox or filler.
So if you have lines in your upper face that show at rest and that are etched into the skin without animation, meaning no expression, and you want to make sure that they don't get worse, it's time to start Botox.
Which many doctors are saying, no, there's no such thing. This is a marketing scam and you should not get Botox or fillers this this early. Please don't do that.
Preventative Botox, it is not something you need.
Here's the truth about preventative Botox and why I actually don't recommend it.
Botox should be started when you have built-in lines.
You may not move those muscles that much, and you may end up spending tons of money for lines that actually won't form that much or won't be that deep.
Go live your life, focus on your skincare. Targeting your problems with your skincare routine is going to give your skin a better chance to age gracefully over time. Much better than trying to chase those problems with in-office procedures before those problems even arise.
But TikTok doctors are saying it is fine at any age, pretty much.
Preventative Botox. You want to prevent those fine lines from forming. I would recommend starting your Botox treatments in your mid-20s.
Worried about getting Botox because they don't want to look worse or have issues down the road. Well, that's really not the case if you get injected by someone who's well qualified.
So who will you believe? There's so many doctors that say, no, don't do it. It's horrible. You're gonna die. And then there's others that are saying it's fine if you go to a professional that knows exactly what they're doing. That's kind of the tricky part. Find someone that knows exactly what they're doing, because most of the general public doesn't know what they're doing, so they'll just probably listen to anyone. I do have to say though, I'm in California, so Botox and things are very normal here. And I know people who literally cannot move their face, cannot smile normally. And then there's people that I know, excellent, face, no wrinkles, and they've been getting Botox very, very early, like teenage time, 0 wrinkles. And they can still move their face, like smile and things like that. Remember the woman's clip that I used in the beginning of this video? That's Mia Dio. And I first was aware of her when she posted a video titled, I was ugly until I spent $30,000 on a new face.
So before you judge me, I don't really care, because based off of this video, I am obviously my worst judge. You cannot outjudge me more than I have judged myself in this life. I have gone from being botched to Barbie, and this is my story.
The second time I got reminded of her is when I found out she followed me on Instagram and left me a feet comment on my picture because I don't show my feet for free. Can't spell feet without fee, and it cracked me up. I was really drawn to Mia because 1, she pisses off a lot of alpha men. How? Because her whole persona is men are meant to provide.
Ah! Bitch, is that a roach? Ah! Bestie, stop, that's my man!
And she's just supposed to sit there and look beautiful.
Go find rich husband.
And for some reason, alpha males think the same way, but they hate to hear Mia say it. So it's very cute to see them get emotional by her. Second is I love that she's very upfront that she gets a lot done. And boy, was her video super eye-opening for me who didn't know a lot about this stuff. And when I was younger, I just thought people were born this way. And I must say, the people who speak very negatively about Mia and how she shouldn't go under the knife, let's be real. Girlie looks good. $30,000 looks like it worked very well for her. And I just love when people are upfront, even though she really didn't have to be, and it's none of our business. That's why I kind of love California. I will compliment someone's skin and they will say, girl, I went to Dr. something something for filler. Instead of, oh, it's my new face cream that I just got. Just like dab it on a little bit and that's it, my natural skin. That's all, great genetics. Please, 60-year-old woman, no wrinkles. Either you are isolating a princess in your tower or you're getting some extra help, sweet cheeks. And I've noticed everyone that I've complimented their skin, they just don't overdo it. That's the trick.
The best facial fillers are the ones that go undetected.
For people to not notice that you have surgery.
I've had dermal fillers placed in the tear trough of my eyes.
People always say they hate surgery or plastic surgery and filler and it looks fake, it looks bad. That's not true at all. The trick is to make it look like you don't have it.
I've also had some filler placed in my cheeks, placed in my chin. I had lip filler.
It kind of reminds me of those men that say, I like natural women. And then they point to a picture of a woman that has a lot of makeup on, lots of fake hair, and plastic surgery.
Wow, it's so refreshing to finally meet a woman so beautifully natural.
Like yourself. What?
Your hair, it's so gorgeous. But most importantly, it's real.
Face is natural, not that caked on makeup that I see all the time. Fake nails. I hate that kind of stuff. I know, fake hair is kind of funny, huh?
Ladies, get him.
What? What is going on?
Shut up. You should have just kept that pretty little mouth of yours shut and ate that cheap food I know you were gonna say we're gonna go half and half on. You think this hair is real?
Oh God.
You think this is my face? This is what I look like. This is what we all look like.
Now, what happens happens when you do overdo these options to keep yourself looking more youthful. This, I think, is the best chart I found from Clarity Medical Aesthetic. Aging face, normal. With fillers, good. Overfilled, weird. Right? I think that sums it up. Too much gets weird. And I feel like more doctors need to be like, you're looking a little crazy, and I want you to sign this thing saying that I told you you look a little crazy, because I think that you should have stopped a couple vials ago. What do you call those? I don't know what you guys call those things, but those things they put in your face, the vial, like you should have stopped like 20 of those before.
Don't go to a doctor, Kit Mezza.
The other doctors told you no?
Well, don't worry. There's no limits here. Love Island on Netflix was trending not because of drama, but because the women did not look young. How dare they, right, Rigby? How dare they?
So these Love Island ladies are apparently all in their 20s.
Guess the age of these women. Go ahead, it's fine. It's the theme of this video, we're all doing it. I'll give you 3, 2, 1, go. All of these women are between the ages of 25 and 26, which gave more proof to people that Gen Z is old and that filler and Botox is not helping.
All the girls on Love Island UK all look so old. Why do they all look so old? I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because it's not some big mystery why they all look so aged by their Botox and filler. It's actually very easy to explain. In the US, Botox and filler can only be administered legally by either a doctor or a nurse injector, a licensed medical professional. In the UK, legally, anyone can carry out Botox treatment.
I did think they were older though when I saw that. I was like, oh, they have the rich housewife look. The I'm bored, what else can I do today? Filler, Botox, shoot me up. Also looking at them, a lot of the makeup choices did make them look older too. Like that was my issue back in the day.
Many people turn on social media, look at all the beautiful people's selfies and think, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And boom, you ugly. Uglier than you thought.
Look at it! It's ugly, isn't it?
I hate when I turn on the camera and I feel and look ugly.
Jesus, woman, that's the last thing I thought of when I saw her video. Man, what social media can do to the mind. But did you know cameras can make us think we're uglier than we actually are?
You look bad in photos. Here's how to fix it. It's more of a mental thing than anything. See, your entire life you've looked at yourself in the mirror. But the mirror actually takes your image and flips it, so really you're not seeing what other people see. The camera sees what other people see. But don't worry, you don't look this ugly.
Mirrors warp us, causing us to say, what the hell is that? And no one knows what they even look like anymore. So they just run to go get fillers, plastic surgery, BBLs, and whatever else so they can just look like the perfect celebrities they see on social media.
I think the celebrity I think about the most is the Kylie Jenner controversy that she looks older than all of her sisters put together now because she's overdoing the surgery and the fillers on her face.
Unedited photos of Kylie Jenner are circulating the internet, and fans are saying the 25-year-old looks like she's aged 15 years.
I mean, she is a Gen Z icon. People are saying she's got a lot of influence on the younger generation, which I agree. That lip suck thing proved it. But it's not just Gen Z that has the severe need to avoid the physicalities of aging. It's in all demographics. People are scared of looking old, especially women, and this leads to the overuse of tools that could help, but in the end, they just start looking, well, like a pillow. That's why it's called pillow face. Yes, it sounds horrific, and it is horrific. Pillow face syndrome generally occurs when the face is overfilled and creates an extreme puffy look.
Pillow face describes the look when excessive cheek filler has been injected into the mid-face, causing a continuous swollen appearance like a pillow.
I think the best example, maybe not the best, but the one that I think of pillow face is Gwen Stefani. I know her as she looks like this now, and many people are saying she's got the pillow face from overdoing the filler.
Showing her in her latest celebrity appearance. She's a great example of what we don't want to achieve in aesthetics, which is pillow face.
There's actually a filler TikTok that you can use right now to see what you would look like if you overdo filler.
Oh my God. You look like the 4th of July.
Which definitely gives you the idea of the overdone look. It's definitely the get rid of any and all lines in my face territory. And I think that's when you run into a lot of trouble. When your goal is to get rid of any and all wrinkles and it makes you look unnatural and pillowy. But you won't always get a pillow face. You could get the witch's chin. Chin and cheek injections are at an all-time high as well when it comes to injectables. I never think that people put them in their cheeks, but that seems to be a big thing. Another thing that I I remember Trisha Paytas doing.
Hey guys, I am coming at you with another plastic surgery type video.
Is getting a injectable like nose job where they inject it into your nose, which can just give you like a nose job right then and there.
This beautiful girl came to me for a non-surgical nose job. After careful evaluation, I used a hyaluronic acid filler to adjust her nasofrontal angle.
Back to the chin injections though, because that was something I have never heard of. Many doctors are saying that it's pretty normal to look a little weird for the first few weeks when you get your injection.
Females will say they look like a witch or I look terrible within the first 2 weeks, and we have to tell them that that's absolutely normal. There's going to be some swelling and you're gonna look a little bit witchy or a little bit inflamed around the jawline.
Not to mention there's the whole debate of fillers and if they actually dissolve or if the synthetic material stays in your body forever.
What we're looking at is an MRI image of a 33-year-old woman who has had 12 syringes of filler over the past 6 years. Now, over the years, not only has this filler stayed intact, but volumetric analysis has shown that it's unfortunately expanded and migrated.
There was so much filler in my lips that it wasn't even fitting in my face. Like, my lips were literally creasing over. I somehow got this like mustache.
This is an attempt to fix lip filler migration.
And using this tool to push it back is not the way to go normally.
The overuse of fillers to the point you get a pillow face or you want to get rid of every wrinkle ever just makes me think of body dysmorphia. In 1980, BDD was introduced in psychiatric literature of mental disorders. Originally, the disease was called imagined ugliness syndrome, a psychiatric disorder where an individual imagines a defect in their physical appearance or has distorted perception of their body. The issues they have seem minimal or not even seen by others, but the individual will focus heavily on it. They will constantly check the mirror, excessive grooming and skin picking, always looking for excessive reassurance from others. And constantly comparing themselves to others, with social media, not great for that, because that's what usually people do. Body dysmorphia is huge in the bodybuilding genre. Many of these bodybuilders think that they're small. Many of them will get into certain injectables and will inject their muscles with synthetic material, and they think they'd be looking good, but well, the way that others see it, it's a little different. Very similar to plastic surgery of the hips. People are constantly getting BBLs, making their bottoms look as big as possible. Of course, there's people that struggle with anorexia. I can't say that word because of YouTube. They just don't see what everybody else sees. And of course, this can happen to everyday people who struggle with aging or their face not being picture perfect. And they can develop this habit of trying to fix it. Then they fix it, but then it's not enough. And then they want more and more and more. And it gets even worse because they're on social media and people are calling them ugly and old. And this is one of the easiest things to get because yes, it's expensive, but two, you can go down the street and go get Botox. You can walk in today and go get tons of filler if that's what you want. It's kind of sad to me because people always say, nothing's wrong with aging, embrace your age, nothing's wrong with wrinkles. But the moment you don't look like you have baby soft skin, what's the first thing they're coming after you for? How old and ancient and crusty you look. It's absolutely no wonder why people are using these procedures, becoming extremely insecure. Podcast bros and Pearl are saying, after 25, you hit the wall. You're ugly. You need to always look young or your husband's gonna leave you. And then when people do partake in these options to preserve their youth and their looks, which these people on the internet makes it look like that's the most important thing a woman can be, is young and beautiful, then that's an issue. No matter what you decide to do with your body, they will talk bad about you using these types of options. Then people overuse it because of the rude comments that they get. They look at social media too much and freak out about a wrinkle here and there, and then boom, you got a pillow face and a witch chin, both at the same time. And then all those years of people telling them that they look ugly or they look too old for their age. There's a wrinkle there, I see it. People start saying, aging's beautiful. You should have just accepted the wrinkle. Aging is a blessing. It's all just very confusing. It all kind of pisses me off too, and I personally say, let people do what they want with their face. If you don't like people's opinions, definitely don't take it to social media. And if you want plastic surgery or injectables, get it if that's what you want and you can afford it, but also know all the risks and be aware that it can turn into something a little pillowy. Or like my last video, toothy, like Cardi B. Like I said, people love people who get plastic surgery or fillers. They think that you look beautiful. They just don't want to know that you got it. That's the trick. You have to keep it looking natural so they can talk crap about people having fillers, and then you grab them by the face and say, actually, I've got all of it.
Look at our natural faces.
Please subscribe. I had to wipe 3 of my Barbie's faces just for that. And yeah, I know I didn't have to, but I wanted to for you. So do you guys think that fillers are making people look older? Is Gen Z so stressed out that they look older than millennials? I personally think I finally finally look my age, because people have been saying I look like I'm in my 30s since I was 15. So no, I did not seclude a princess baby in my tower and make her sing to me while I brushed her hair to keep my youth, but I would have if I had that option. Bye.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.